right, so we are live on TikTok. Welcome to all my TikTokers. We are live on YouTube. Welcome to my YouTubers. And we are about to go live on our Facebook. So welcome, guys. Super awesome having you here this today. All right, so for those who don't know me, my name is Michelle. I'm a digital grandmother, and the reason I do this is so that I can make sure that I can travel to see all my grandbabies and how awesome that is, and to have that privilege of seeing my grandbabies. I just absolutely love that, and that's why I do what I do. So I'm going to be talking to you today about the haves and have-nots. So Dominique, welcome. It's wonderful to have you guys with me today. And so if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my Facebookers as well as everybody else here. So it's wonderful to have you guys here. Tap the screen and give me some love. I really but I just want to ask you the question: how many times have we heard this whole story in our lives about, I understand? Okay, we've all heard the haves and the have-nots. Some have, some have not. All right. And so I've been through a stage in my life, and whether you believe me or whether you don't believe me or not, I mean, I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth, if you want to call it that. Then my dad passed away and we lost everything. So therefore, we had to start from the very beginning and understand. So I understand what it is like to actually have nothing, to start from nothing, to have other people feed you. All right. It's actually not a very nice place to be in. So if you associate with that, give me some loves and hearts, and just ask me any question with regards to how do we get out of the have-nots and get ourselves into the haves. And so, I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, you are the sum of the people that you hang around with. All right. So it has been said by many, many, many wealthy people around the globe. And they've actually told us that you are the sum of the people that hang around you. Now, that could be financially, it could be emotionally as well. And so what are you doing to ascertain? I'm not saying get rid of your family and friends. I'm not saying that, but I am saying, what are you going to do to take stock? To take stock of that situation where, hold on a second, if I'm hanging around people that are destructive and negative, am I not also going to be influenced by that? And that's something we need to ask ourselves. And if that is the case, what am I going to do to change that? How am I going to grow? How am I going to get myself into a situation where this can change? So if you've got any questions, please ask. I'd love to be here with you. So at the end of the day, it is all about saying, how do I... And they say if hanging around with everybody, five of your best friends only earn 10,000 Rand a month. What are you doing to hang around with people that are going to be able to help you to make that difference? Okay, are you doing something about that? So people think that those who have always had. Okay, so we often come from a situation where we might assume that someone has got more than me because they started off with more than me. We might be thinking when we see people, they started with more money than I did. They got lucky. They had more education than I did. All right. And I've always said, if you've ever been in any of my leadership training, you'll see that I've always said that if you have access, and nowadays, I mean, you're on social media with me, so you have access to social media. And so if you wanted to become an expert in a field, it only takes 1 hour of reading a day for 3 years in that particular industry, and you will become the expert. And so it's important for us to realize that sometimes we need to just educate ourselves outside of saying, I have to have a degree. Okay, I have a PhD in leadership and management. It doesn't mean I'm employable. We know many people out there that have got degrees that don't have jobs. So what are we doing to make us understand that not everybody who's educated will automatically make a lot of money? It's about, how do I become streetwise in the area that I want to be streetwise in? So ask me any questions. I'd love to answer the questions about the haves and have-nots, and how important it is for us to move and transition to having what we want from life. So the problem with the have-nots is that they have a tendency to make excuses for everything.